Hello and welcome back, and let's start our next part of Hearts of Iron, and we're going to continue. We're going to start off straight away, more or less, with the beginning of World War II. Now, from last time, we started war, or we entered the war with the German Reich because they attacked Czechoslovakia. Now, here's the things we've got to look out for. We've got to make sure that we have air superiority, because at this moment in time, it's going to be about battle for the skies, as well as on the ground as well. If we have air superiority, I'm not saying we're going to beat them back. And I want to make it clear at this moment in time, I'm not an expert at the game. And we may fail this, but that's not why I'm playing. I'm playing for the enjoyment of it and attempting to do well in it. So, first thing we're going to do, we are going to take all our fighters and all our planes, and we are going to place them in London. Okay, so let's rebase all of these into London, because I would like him into an airbase which I can access them from, because at the moment they're all over the place. Now, if you look at the top left hand corner of the airbase, it tells you how many planes you can fit in that airbase. In Greater London we can fit 2,000 planes. If you go over that, it's going to have major effects on their ability to perform when in battle. Right, so they're going to Greater London, standing by, go to London, standing by, go to London. Right, now all these are going to have missions. So what we're going to do, when I start the game, I'm going to give them missions in just a bit. But before that, there are some planes we've got all around the world, as we have the British Empire is still there. However, it's dismantling and it's coming apart. But we want to try and defend what we have got at this moment in time. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is, as Japan will more than likely join the Axis eventually, might do. What we're going to do, we're going to take our planes here and place them into a mission which around here. I'm going to give them, let's take off the port strikes. We're not going to do port strikes. And if you look here in the left hand corner, it actually says no retreat. I like turning it off, and I got some advice from other people I've spoken to, and they recommend turning it off as well. What it means is, if all wings are at 25% strength, which means we have 25% left, they will only fly at the 25% air strength for all aircrafts. There is no retreat, and that would mean that they will keep flying until everything's used up. But there's no point with that. We can take them back to base and kind of rebuild them and kind of reestablish what we're doing. But I shouldn't get to that point with 25% left over. I don't want to. So what we're going to do is select all, and I'm going to place them here. Now, sometimes if you hear the motor of the aeroplane, that's fine. You will know that they can do the mission. Sometimes, I don't know if I can show you, and I learnt this because I'm learning as well. Sometimes you might find that it might go like a clunk. Do you hear that sound? That is normally, it's just a bad sound. You don't want to hear it. And normally it means it's too far, or they need to just be rebased. And I wonder if it's going to do it now as well. No, it wasn't. Sometimes when you already given a mission and you change it, it makes a sound. Right, let's go to somewhere else. Anywhere else? Okay, we've got it in the Jerusalem, Middle East. Right. I want air superiority around here, and I'm going to rebase these over here. Okay, have we got any more? No. Oh, here as well. Let's rebase these over here. Any more? Okay, that's it. Next thing we have to do is just unpause the game. Let's see what's happening over here. I'm going to give these a crazy battle plan at the moment. I'm going to put an offensive... Actually, let's enable the allies. Let's see what their battle plan is. Okay, right, so let's do a very brief battle plan, and they don't like that. They don't like that. Actually, let's get rid of that very quickly. And where are our troops settled? They're here. They went along this base here. I wonder if it's because they're not. Let's play the game. Let's unpause. Okay, now we're gonna have ships being built here. We should start to take down their convoys, which would be fantastic. And we have got a light cruiser, so we're going to place them in this fleet here. So we take them around there. We want the big fleet here, as big as we can. Okay, that's us. Right. Okay, let's get our army. See if we can do this in the next offensive line. It's quite a bad plan at the moment. Okay, we'll leave that as it is for now. I don't want to... It's more of a defensive stance we've got to take at the moment, and I'll wait till we get some more troops in. And by the way, I did say before, and it's a total mistake on my behalf, that I was wondering why these can fit 24 and these can fit 36. It's because the ones who can only fit 24 is general, and the field marshal could fit, as far as I know, a limited amount. I might have to check that as well. Right, Italy has joined the Axis party, which is what we expected. Now, I'm going to go to this area here, and I'm going to see all the bits highlighted in red is where we are lacking air superiority. These parts here means we have got a strong air superiority here, and you can actually click here to see what's going on. So in this region here we have 36 friendly fighters, and it could also tell you the support planes, anti-air and bombers as well. Here we have 3 anti-air guns, enemy, and no fighters. So we can actually tell what we can actually tell what's in the region by clicking on these areas here. This graph here would actually give you a rate over days, months, or even years of the amount of bombers and fighters that have been lost. So that's going to prove quite useful. Now, let's have a look at our bombers and fighters here. I'm just going to cancel these for 2 minutes. And I'm going to place them all here. And what we're going to want interception, air superiority, interception, give them quite a few missions. Okay. That should be okay. We've got close air support. That should be pretty enough, good enough. No retreat. Let's take them off for normal operations. Select all, and it might be too far. Right. Clunk normally means it's too far. So let's have them superiority here, and hopefully what we've planned to do, if we can build it. Wait a minute, hold on for a minute, let's rebase them. Sorry, another idea. If I take these, hold shift, select all, and we rebase to mortar, and hopefully we can kind of have air superiority here. We've still got the army here at the moment ready to kind of march into Italy. or North Africa, and or Libya. We'll take this province eventually, but we're not at war with Italy yet, even though they are part of the Axis. Right, so let's focus on. We've still got playing. I'm going to play very slowly because things are going to happen quite fast in this game. Probably like the way how fast I'm talking. Search and destroy. I'm going to bring this fleet over here. Take them off the mission. Bring them over here. Because I still can't find a quicker way to do this. Just add the fleet. I have to stop the fleet and do the mission again. Okay, and these events here kind of give you things that are happening during the war, and they are very useful because they are things like slow supply, a battle, naval combat, and air superiority, which is going to be proving very useful. So here we've had naval combat, and if you go to these regions here, it could tell you what's happened. So it's currently in the middle of a battle at the moment. We've got 2 fleets, United Kingdom and France, against 0 fleets. So we'll wait for that. Let's merge these. Search and destroy. And put them here, around this area. So search and destroy around this area, which is going to prevent the Germans even thinking about getting a navy. However, here's the problem. We are very vulnerable to air attacks. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take some of our planes from London. I can actually, let's go to this map here, and we can see exactly what we have. Actually, let's click the naval bombers. We got our fighters. They're all here as well. Right, they're on our carriers at the moment. Let's place them. Into here. And this select all. Oh, sorry, the fleet is docked at the moment, so it's not allowing us to undergo any missions with our air force. Let's try again. Okay, right. Fighters, we're going to take out of this because the naval bombers are going to be good, but it's the planes I'm worrying about, not the aircrafts. So I'm going to select all, put them on normal operations, and hopefully in fact, let's had the little clunk, didn't we? Okay, we'll keep it as that for now, as we're protecting one of the areas here. I'm just thinking if it would be, if we bring this closer, let's try bringing that closer to here. It just might be out of range. Our aircrafts in mortar are currently already in mortar now, so we're gonna intercept and attack any naval units in the area. Select all, and we have air superiority here now. And I just want to protect this because of mortar here, so it should be fine. So now we're in the green. It actually shows that we have air superiority here. Here we're lacking, so we're not going to win. Southern France, right. Air superiority is quite minimum here. We have 80 bombers in the area. Now, I did say you have to be careful because you can't overcrowd a airbase. If you do, it could cause disruption to their efficiency, so to speak. Okay, the ball's very slow at the moment. Southern France is our problem. How's the Baltic Sea going? It's a convoy raid, I believe. Okay. 2 critical hits. Alright, fair enough. We're attacking convoys, which is going to be quite important for this. The more convoys we take out, the less trade they're going to be able to undergo. Our convoys, we can find out how many we have. We have here. We have 800 convoys, and we use a total of 117. Okay, let's see if we could take this. Select all, and hopefully. Fantastic, great. So now we have air superiority and interception in this area here. Now we can actually look to see weather modifiers. It's clear. This means here we have no negative points because of the weather modifiers. It's actually clear, so it's easy. So we've actually got air superiority here. If we can build more ships, more planes and fighters, we'll take control of these areas here a bit later. On that issue, let's make sure we've got some fighters ready, because I was looking at this and we're not building our current upgraded fighter, which is the Hurricane. Let's move that to the top. And we'll stop this production. And we'll build these. Things at the moment, our issue is construction. We need more military factories, a lot more. Okay, that should be enough now. Can't do any more anyway. Air wing to no mission. Right, so let's start moving some of these planes into France for now. We want air superiority around these areas as much as we can. I'm really nervous about this game. I'm nervous about what awaits us, because at this moment the Germans are facing all their attention in Czechoslovakia, and currently the air superiority is not going in favour of the Germans, surprisingly here, which I thought it would have. What's happening here? Support planes, they've actually taken that area. I think what's happened is they've moved out of this area now. I think they've taken all planes out of the area. And moved them over here. Our building's bombed, 0.1. Now I'm wondering who's attacking, because we're not technically at war with Italy. Yeah, we're not at war. So it must have been a German plane at the moment. Must have been. Okay. Right. Now this is where it could get quite confusing. Some of the videos I've watched, some people I've spoken to as well, they do recommend this, setting this to a, how can I say, a number which is even. And because it's in multiples of every 200, you're not going to find something such as 1,500. It'll either be 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, etc. So we're going to set this to a multiple of 2. So let's start very low, as low as we can. and we set it to 200, set limit. Same this one. If we set it to 200, that would mean that we would have quite an even number in each of our units. Fighters, of course. Also, what will happen, the fighters will be updated accordingly. So if you've got an updated fighter, so we've got the Hurricane. I think it's the Gladiator. I think it will be outdated, and it will be updated with the Hurricanes, which should be perfect. Okay, set limit 100 plus 40 plus 50. Fighter. Let's bring that down. Reinforcement limit, so it's not. Naval bombers. I'm not gonna. Actually, I'm gonna take these naval bombers here. Take these, and we would. Let's call a port strike actually, if we can. And let's focus around this area. So select all, and put port bomb in here, so we can probably target these ports here, which would be quite handy. How are we doing in this area? Close air support. What's our close air support plane at the moment? What have we got for close air support? Let's have a look. The Hector. Typhoon. Okay. Are we producing any Hectors? No. We've got no close air support planes whatsoever. I don't want to. We need support equipment. Yeah, we're lacking in military factories at the moment. So this is what we need. We need to start recruiting these close air support. The Hector. See, here's me thinking we were prepared for this war. We are not. Air superiority here is low, so let's take a fighter. And select all and give them the mission over here. What have we got over here? 80 bombers. No worries, we can handle that. I'm going to speed it up a bit. Okay, France is pushing forward. Now here's something that I need to know. Can we join in that battle plan, or do we have to make our own? Let's see if we can do we got a front line, we could do a offensive line. Okay. I wonder if, actually let's cancel that. Cancel that line very quickly. And I wonder if I can. No, I can't. Right, what we do, we just push. Yep, that'll be our. Let's just get planned for that at the moment. Okay. It's just finding the actual means or to actually get the air superiority in the air. What's happening over here? Attack 2 fleets. Is this the... Oh, what happened? It was the outcome to this. We're still attacking the convoys. Oh, but it's just because we've got the time on very slow. Okay, this is convoy raiding again. Right, okay. What's happened, I believe, we've lost... Right, here's a convoy results. We've just sunk convoys, which is what we wanted to do in the first place, which is fine. We got missile equipment because our let's go to the map. I believe we've lost a fighter here, and that fighter was a naval fighter, I think. Yeah, that's going to be quite an issue because we are lacking in military factories at the moment. Nothing we could do with that. However, we could take some of these. We could take some of these planes and start placing them into France, especially tactical bombers. Actually, we'll start with the flight fighters for now. So let's take that, that, and that, and that. And we'll select all, and we'll place them into Champagne. I hope I've got that right. Okay, we fly them over to Champagne, and they go into there, to that area. I was just wondering why that's appearing as red. Right, so we've actually been we've had port strikes. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about it. Fourth International, Communists. Okay, Luxembourg has called France as our ally, and our enemies are still the Germans. I'm just gonna pause it for 2 minutes. Germans have declared war on Luxembourg. Right. Port strikes. Two tactical bombers against our destroyer. Okay, I think we're fine. We haven't lost the destroyer. You would see the destroyer here being sunk. Air superiority, we've got 160 here. And have our fighters? Where are our fighters? Oh right, I see what's happened. We moved the fighters that were already in the mission. That's why I was looking at that mission earlier, and I said, why is this red? No. So we have to take this back and place it into London. Actually, we place it here. And pause the game. Of course, I've moved the plane out of London and rebased them in Champagne, which caused us to lose air superiority here. Let's move the battleship, or the destroyer, over here. Right, research not available. Let's have a look what else we could do. Construction speed plus 10%. Fantastic. That's what we need. And pause the game. Okay, let's select all and place air superiority. And we're in the green. Right guys, so we're trying to concentrate our air superiority at the moment. And we've got one more research. Did we not research that? Probably not. Must have gone over it completely. Okay guys, we concentrate on air superiority. We've got air superiority in these regions, which is great. We are setting up an attack on the German front. Now, this is not going to go to plan. I know this. We're not going to be able to beat back the German forces. What we can do is inflict as much damage as we can. and I'm going to try and do my best in playing the game, but it's going to be difficult, I'm not going to lie. So on that note, I want to thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'm going to call it a day now, and until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a fantastic day.